What's going on, guys? It is Shea here. You guys already read the title. This is a video about Star Wars Battlefront. Now, like a couple minutes ago, I was looking on a video, right? I was looking on a Battlefront. It was like a slow motion video where it would show the blaster being fired in all the blasters being fired in slow motion. Although not all of them were being fired in slow motion, but I saw a lot of negative comments in that video. Now, I'm not here to say that no one can have their own opinion. I'm not a 9-year-old kid out there saying that, oh, Fortnite is better, screw you. But anyway, I wanted to make this video for that one reason. And I actually do need to do this. I can do it right, there I go. Anyway, but the thing is that a lot of people don't like Battlefront. It's because, for one, it has no reloading animation. Literally, the only blaster in Battlefront 1 is the DT-29, where it reloads after every 6 shots. And a lot of people hate Battlefront for basically no reason. Some people just don't like Battlefront just because, just because they think that, oh, it's nothing. It's basically a Battlefield. Basically just a Battlefield copy. I mean, like, DICE made both games. They made both Battlefront and Battlefield, which I get kind of mad at stuff like that because there's a lot of salty people out there that, there's a lot of salty people out here nowadays that, okay, that's on my phone. I thought it was on the wall. But there's like a lot of salty people out here, and they get salty at certain things for no reason. I mean, like, you got one person in the comments section stating the obvious, like, oh, the DL-44 is a copy of a C96 Mauser pistol. Now, for those who don't know, for any Star Wars fans out there, or for any non-Star Wars fans out there, for those who don't know, the blasters in Star Wars are actually made off of real-life World War II weapons / World War I weapons. And we already know that the DL-44 is a modified C96 Broomhander Mauser pistol. I might show some pictures on the screen. The E11 and DH-17s were made off of a Sterling Mark IV submachine gun. To be specific, the L2A3 submachine gun. The T-21 and T-21B were made off of a Lewis gun. With the T-21, the Lewis gun, its magazine was taken off, and then had like the little cooling module in the front. I mean, like, I absolutely have no problem with the blasters having that overheating feature. I mean, like, it's very annoying. It gets very annoying sometimes because due to the fact that you have to just wait for it to cool down, I think every 5 seconds, because it takes, unless you press R if you're playing on a computer. I don't know what you press to kind of reload if you're playing on like a console. I don't know, but I'm making this video before I go to sleep. I gotta get this freaking school in the morning. But anyway, but yeah, I saw a lot of people in the comments saying that, I saw a lot of people, most of the people I saw were stating the obvious. All the blasters were based off World War II weapons. And one person said that the reason why they hate the game is because it's basically a Battlefield skin. That's why I kind of get mad about sometimes. Although, as I said in the beginning of the video, I am not a 9-year-old out here like telling everyone that, oh, you need to like this, you can't like anything else. I'm not that type of person like I was before. I was like 12 years old. I barely let anyone have their opinion on anything. But, I'm 15 years old now. That was like 4 years ago. I'm different now. Anyway, but a lot of people also don't like Battlefront. It's because, for one, it's not like real world weapons. Like, it's not. There's also another couple of reasons why people hate Battlefront, hate Star Wars Battlefront. Because, for one, as I said, it's not like it's Battlefield anymore. I mean, like, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be Star Wars, it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be a first / third person video of shooter game. It's not supposed to be exactly like Battlefield 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and probably sooner than 6. I mean, like, it's not supposed to be Battlefield. I mean, like, we already have a lot of weapons, like the A280. It's made off the STG-44. We got the SE-14C, my favorite blaster pistol in Star Wars Battlefront 1. Made off of a cut down Swiss Rexham Favor submachine gun, or SMG. Then we have the DL-18. I forgot what blaster that was. I forgot what gun that was made off in real life. We have let's see. We got, I don't know what the X8 was made off of. I think the X8 was just custom made. Yeah, we got a lot of other. The SC-44C is actually made off of a 3rd generation Glock 18 pistol from real life. So yeah, like, I don't get why everyone hates Battlefront so much. And as I said in the beginning, pretty sure a lot of you guys are gonna go comment saying that you're like your 12-year-old self again. I'm trying not to be like that again. I mean, like I kind of get very pissed at people that doesn't have the same opinion as me sometimes because I have that type of I guess you could say attitude when it comes to stuff that I like. But like some people comment stuff in comments on videos that are specifically meant just for that one topic, and they comment up there saying that, oh, I don't even like this. Next, like that really makes no sense. But I'm actually gonna start playing Star Wars Battlefront 1 or 2 whenever I can, like the actual new games, not the classic games like 2004, 2005. Literally, I think the only Star Wars game that we actually had reloading animations for was probably Star Wars Republic Commando in the year of 2005, which is like a year after I was born. But like the reason why that the blasters overheat every single time and they cool down because it's an energy-based weapon. It's not meant to be a real freaking gun in real life. Like it's not meant to be a reloading gun. I mean, like like the DT-29 works differently, but every single blaster almost in Star Wars, like they probably get reloaded off screen. I mean, like the DH-17, it doesn't even have a power pack. And the in the original trilogy, in A New Hope, they don't have that. In The Empire Strikes Back, yes, they do have a magazine inserted into the left side of the gun, but like the DH-17, its power pack is built into the blaster, or slash its magazine. So how are you gonna kind of blame the game developers and even blame George Lucas for saying, you know, oh, you gotta reload the freaking blaster in order for it to have more ammo, right? Like the SC-14C, it doesn't even have like the power packs built into the blaster. I do know that the E11, it does have a magazine popping out of the side of the left side of the blaster. Same thing with the DC-17M, DC-15S, the DC-15A also has one. I mean, like the DL-44, its power pack is in the blaster. It's in the main body. I really sound like my 12-year-old self right now. I really need to stop doing that because then people are really going to think that I'm not letting them have their own opinion. But like, same thing with Power Rangers Super Sentai. Like, I've seen this argument before. I'm used to this. Like, I'm used to seeing people argue of which one's better, Super Sentai or Power Rangers. Majority of people sometimes say Super Sentai because, for one, you know, it has, like, there is one thing I don't really like whenever people say or mention something about Power Rangers or Super Sentai, like, oh, Super Sentai is better because it has violence in it, and it has like swearing in it like it doesn't do in Power Rangers. But other people say they like Power Rangers because it's meant for kids. Same thing they say about the Clone Wars. I know we're going on a rant. It's basically what this video is. It's basically a rant, like almost gonna be like a 10-minute rant because I'm recording 8 minutes right now. But like, it's same thing with the Clone Wars and Rebels. So, you know, the freaking TV shows and everything. And like we all know, for all Star Wars fans, for any Star Wars fans who are watching the video, knows exactly what I'm talking about. The argument between the Star Wars or Clone Wars and the Star Wars Rebels TV show. I personally like Rebels. Rebels is freaking awesome. It's, you know, it's the canon way, or it's like the canon history of how the Rebel Alliance was formed, but the Legends history is completely different. Like, there was no Ezra Bridger, there was no Kanan Jarrus, there was no Phoenix Squadron or anything. The Clone Wars, everyone likes that show because it has more violence, had a higher budget, you know, and they say that, you know, it was a lot more action packed. I mean, like, Rebels sometimes has its badass moments. I'm like, I know that, but a lot of people hate Rebels because, for one, it doesn't have any violence in it. They always claim it's meant for kids, which I really hate that fact. When people say about TV shows and games, saying that, oh, the kids, like in Power Rangers, for example, they don't have swearing in it. They don't even have that much violence. They don't even have blood in it. And they say that, oh, they can't have that in there. We can't show the kids. It's meant for kids. I hate it whenever people say that. I wish I could say this a little bit louder, but everyone is asleep in my house. Everyone's asleep in the house. And I'm supposed to be the next one, supposed to be sleep. But, you know, I gotta clean up my bed, get my freaking school computer charged, and everything. But this is a very, very serious thing. Like, I'm actually someone to see the final product of this freaking video. But this video actually be uploaded tomorrow. I have to go to sleep after this video, after I finish editing it, at least a couple parts. But Yeah, I just really hate whenever people say, or whenever people talk about Star Wars, saying that it's basically, well, I like the fact that people say it's basically World War, and basically just a world war in space, and like a galaxy far, far away. I like that, but whenever people say that Star Wars, like, is basically just a copy of our history, I mean, like, look at Star Trek. They're actually something. Well, I should say that Star Trek, the producers of that show are actually pretty smart because, for one, they actually made weapons, they actually made guns from scratch. While with the Star Wars crew, they only had a budget of a minimum of like $11.1 million to actually make the movie what they wanted it to be. I mean, like Star Trek, they had the phaser pistols, which I don't really watch Star Trek that much. Of course, I already knew it came before Star Wars. I think it came maybe around 3 years before Star Wars was, Episode 4 was actually made and released in theaters, like May 25th, as I know of. But like Star Trek, they made their blasters slash guns from scratch. Star Wars crew, they reuse certain I think they reused prop guns of World War II weapons. They did the same thing, and I think in the newer ones, they did the same thing in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, where they used the DC-15A. They used the MG-34 slash German Maschinengewehr 34 light machine gun. They used that gun and repurposed it into the DC-15A. They did the same thing with the DLT-19 in the original trilogy. But yeah, that's one thing I really don't like about this stuff. I mean, like, people have their own opinions. I know that, but this is just a big rant. It's probably the only rant I've actually, this is probably one of the very few rants I've actually did in like forever. I've never really did a rant on my channel. Last rant I did was like a Power Rangers rant on like how childish it is, and how they really need to upgrade their elements. Like, I think Hasbro's doing a pretty good freaking job, taking care of the Power Rangers tradition. But yeah. So I kind of feel about other people talking about Star Wars. I mean, like, as I said, me saying that really makes me feel like my 12-year-old self, where every single time someone would try and say some bullcrap to me that I didn't like, whenever I would see other people's whenever I would see other people's freaking opinions on, like, they hate Star Wars, they hate Power Rangers, they hate Super Sentai, all that bullcrap. But people have their own opinions. I know that, but some people just comment on videos on a subject they don't even like. Like, come on, just do that. Just say it in your own mind. Jesus Christ. But also, there's also one other thing of why I don't like whenever people call Star Wars. I remember someone that I know saying that Star Wars is one of the gayest movies he saw. I actually told my mom that, and she was like, "How can a movie be gay? How in the hell can a movie be gay?" And then I'm like, I don't know. But when he said that to me, I'm like, I don't know how a movie can be gay, but okay. Whatever you say, dude. But like, just say that, oh, Star Wars was one of the most weirdest and one of the more terrible movies I saw in my life. Just say that. Don't say it's one of the gayest movies you've ever seen in your life. How is a movie freaking gay? I don't understand why. You guys may already know I'm not swearing as much in this video because, for one, I don't want to swear right now. I'm very tired. But I did make this rant just because I wanted to share my opinion and give my opinion on why everyone is hating on Battlefront so much. Because people, also some other people think that the reason why that Battlefront is terrible or has terrible graphics because they play CSGO. Like, CSGO is awesome. I love that game. But it doesn't, like, I always think, like, whenever people talk about Star Wars and then they say that, or Battlefront, whenever they say that, the weapons don't reload or anything, you have to look at the DT-29. That's about the only gun you're actually going to have a reloading animation for. I mean, like, that's actually one of the very few reasons why the game is hated by many people, because of all of the hatred on reloading features, which I still do not know how the hell that's something to hate on. I mean, like, reloading animations. I mean, like, just go play fucking Battlefield. I mean, like, that game has reloading animations. Go play fucking CSGO, I guess. If you want reloading animations so badly, then go beg EA for that bull crap. Like, I'm alright with the the overheating thing. I mean, like, that's why it's supposed to be an energy-based weapon. It's not supposed to be a real-life gun, people. It's not supposed to be a real-life gun. Oh my god, I kind of wish I could just say all this crap in Spanish, but of course I don't know Spanish that well. So, you know, I can only speak very, very little Spanish. You guys may already know that though. But that's just my opinion on why I think everyone is hating on Battlefront just because of that one reason, because it doesn't have any weapon reloading animation, which I still don't understand how that's something to hate over. I'm like, go fucking play CSGO, Battlefield, all those games are there. But thank you guys for watching this video. I know I got into a little bit of a rage and a little bit to a rant. Some of you guys may not know the point of this video. I will leave the entire point in the description down below if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about. For the majority of my subscribers on the channel that does not know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys for watching this video. My legs are getting tired now. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, possibly share with a friend, hit subscribe and join me today. And with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mi amigos. Bye guys.